Uncertainties of life and global crisis may force individuals to flee to other countries in search of a better life and opportunities. However, not all countries may have immigration policies, strategies, or legislation in place to deal with migrants. Experts and local officials recently concluded an evaluation of the island's migration situation with hopes of providing guidelines to deal with the issue.
We have the stories in Haiti, we have stories in Venezuela, we have Dominica after Hurricane Maria, we have the Vincentian eruption. So people come to our country and they need support and help. As to how we deal with migrants, we're endeavoring to confirm exactly what is in place, what our legislation allows for. So we have all of these agencies like the police, immigrations, the Ministry of Equity, Youth and Sports, all agencies we think could impact, dealing with migrants, dealing with migration. So this report, they were interviewed earlier this year. So now the report is being presented, and it's our hope that coming out of this, we could develop some recommendations.
The International Organization for Migration, IOM, is helping St. Lucia with a migration governance indicators report.
We have a look at what migration governance policies, legal frameworks or structures that countries have in place, and we highlight the good practices that are already there, but also the gaps and the areas that can be further developed. We have covered so far more than 100 countries that have done the MGI assessment and more than 72 local authorities. And St. Lucia is also part of one of those countries that have conducted an MGI assessment. What we have found for the country is that there are a series of good practices in place in terms of managing migration, regarding migrants' rights, their access to services such as healthcare, such as social security, such as education, partnerships with different countries on migration issues, and also participation in consultative processes on migration issues.
While IOM officials have noted some good migration policies, the island still faces challenges. Among them is lack of coordination mechanisms.
There is this will, there is this commitment from government to work on migration issues, but we found that there wasn't one centralized interministerial coordination mechanism to have a discussion, a dialogue with all stakeholders involved, and to mainstream all efforts in working on migration issues. So I think one of the steps that the government is keen to work on is establishing a coordination mechanism to allow different stakeholders to speak to each other and implement measures that would be coordinated and would be very much effective and efficient.
The Migration Governance Indicators Report will be submitted to Cabinet for approval. If it gets the green light, the report will be published on the IOM site and officials will work on implementing the recommendations. Gina Filippi, HTS News Force.